Chambishi that produced the likes of Webi Chikavala, Emmanuel Siwale, who is now assistant coach at Zesco United. You know, we've got Davis Piri, Gift Kampamba, Moses Sichone, Enoch Mwepu, Changwe Kalale. So yeah, it's good to see Chambishi back.
I thought Moses Sichone was from Changa Rangers.
Chambishi Football Club originally.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Looking for a second chance with a shot, and that goes wide. So after this match, remember, it'll be red hot, red arrows. The likes of George Simbayambaya warming up. They'll be up against Tonka Twende, Green Eagles. Good to see Elvis Bisson, Terezoshi Buabwa. Also, just fine-tuning. And of course, Eagles with the likes of Warren Kunda, who is captain in the side this afternoon. Collins under the tutelage. It tells the warm-up with Thomas Zimba, the physical trainer for Green Eagles. Offside call against Tapson Kasewa. That's another thing I'll tell you about Tapson. He's always the one on the wrong side when it comes to offside calls, so you better start watching and timing his run, Tapson Kasewa.
Yeah, it's only 1-0, Matimba. Very dangerous game that Butcon should not entertain.
Sevellini does very well. He's a strong lad, Sevellini, never giving chance to Shite Mweshi. Remember, Shite is from Democratic Republic of Congo, and also is Sevellini. When we talk about football from Congo, yesterday there was a draw in the South African Premier Soccer League, Amazulu and Kaiser Chiefs, because Amazulu's next game in continental competition is up against Tupuisa Mazembe. It's a big game. It's never easy to get a result or choke a win in Lubumbashi, although Sundowns did that recently. Makenge. Looking for Shite Mweshi. Now it's about changing the permutations and the formations with the introduction of Willie Stephanus. First contribution we're expecting here from the Namibian. Whipped in. Easy pickings for goalkeeper Prince Malekani.
And that would be what will be expected from Stephanus. Very good with such crosses, set pieces, and that's where his strength is.
Throw for the Butcon side. That was clever of Mundia. He saw that on-rushing Paso Mayenge. He was surging and going in with those lunging tackles that we've seen so far. But decided to just take it easy in Butcon are taking their time in terms of taking the throw. I think that has been the complaint that came through from Christopher Kaunda, the Lusaka Dynamo's coach.
Well, it's just 63 minutes, Matimba, and Butcon should try as much as possible not to get into those delaying tactics because, well, with all these minutes remaining, everything can change within a spot of a time.
And speaking of which, now there's this promising movement with Willie Stephanus being charged and closed down by Lineo Bongong. Zimba, Joliba, in between two players, finds Willie Stephanus. Cross whipped in, chance here, cleared out by Roderick Kembo. Thrown in. So he's from Chambishi Football Club. The goalkeeper is also from Chambishi Football Club.
And Stephanus?
I meant Prince Malekani. Malekani and Roderick Kembo. Maybe the question I would ask for you is, yes, Lusaka Dynamos are unbeaten. That's fine this season. Has there been a game where they had to come back from behind so far from the few games that they've played to at least record a draw or win the game? Because that's a serious, it's a litmus test about their character now that they're down 1-0 with 63 minutes in this match.
Seriously, it is a litmus test. Unfortunately, they've not come back. Yeah, they actually scored first. They scored first on the first day against Green Buffaloes, and Green Buffaloes came back to draw that game. The rest of the games, they've been nil-nil scorelines, meaning 4 clean sheets and 1 win.
Out they come now with Kizito Kezron. Captain Zephania Piri. Aye. with Magenge, it's about anything, anywhere, anyhow. As long as he doesn't get close to Munyao, already having leaked one goal in the Lusaka Dynamo's defense. Throw by Zephania Piri. Placete Weta Boleke. Kezron, outside his boot, finds Lubinda Mundia. Overlap being made on the left by the Cameroonian. Again, Mundia's service very poor. Overlap from Zimba. He's been pursued. This looks good. Shitemwenshi timing his run. He's in an offside position. Good pass. Finds interchange for Sikombe. And it's a goal! 1-1. Expertly tucked in. And the build-up, really, you've got to give credit to Joseph Zimba and Shitemwenshi, who timed his run. So finally the equalizers come through from Collins Maluda Sikombe. His first for the season. He sighted the goalkeeper, stranded in no man's land, and nicely tucked in the far post.
Look, definitely Joseph Zimba. Mundia will be blamed for this goal, but of course that confidence kept coming. What an excellent pass, and what an excellent slot in by Collins Sikombe. He had his time, controlled the ball, and slotted in, and no chance for Malikani to save that one. That was exclusively from Collins Sikombe. 1-1 it is, and Collins Sikombe will kneel in his usual celebration, of course, giving thanks to God for the goal.
His first for the season. My captain's goal. It is Lusaka Dynamos who pull one back. 1-0 against Bucon.
I tell you, I saw that laissez-faire attitude from Bucon coming in, and even Lubinda Mundia himself, he had all the time to make sure that he can actually pass the ball, make it useful elsewhere, but he played with the ball, and Joseph Zimba was there at the service of Lusaka Dynamos to get that.
Well, it had to come seriously, because you can't really be sitting back. Be sitting back and allowing your opponents to come through.
Well, let's see the reaction now from Bucon, of course, and see if they will continue with that approach that almost brought back Lusaka Dynamos into top gear. With a goal now, you will definitely be seeing that confidence coming out from Lusaka Dynamos. They're a home team.
So Patrick Dudengoma coming in, another of the Red Arrows contingent, is coming in for a fellow Red Arrows man in Lukwesa. And really, I think this is the right call. Lukwesa has been wasteful in terms of bringing in the crosses. And in comes the big boy in Patrick Dudengoma, the 25-year-old Bucon man. One goal so far scored in this season. Good body, he can boss and bully the players there.
Definitely very strong on the ball. You don't easily marshal him out of the ball. And also knows this pitch very well, Martin.
Oh yeah. It's here where he put up some great performances that saw him even being selected for the Zambia squad for the Cup of Nations in 2015, the very last time that Zambia qualified to the African Cup of Nations. Dude was part of that team that was under the tutelage of Ona Janza.
Now, look, he brings a lot of experience into this Bucon team. What could be the reason Red Arrows are letting him go?
Oh, maybe they've deemed him as surplus. And they're feeling that maybe he may not be able to find space and place in this Red Arrows side, who will be playing against Primeira de Augusto in their next continental assignment against the Angolan Girabola side. Of course, Arrows will be home first before the second leg that will be played at the Estadio Novembro in Luanda.
So this is how tricky the log table is this season so far. Early in week 6, just one goal from Lusaka Dynamos drops Bucon to third, and Nkwazi goes second. For Lusaka Dynamos, they jump to 6th if the result, as it is now 1-1, is to be sustained. It's very close, tight call in week 6. But of course, Matimba, the big guns, Zesco United, have not yet really stamped their authority into this first MTN Super League 2021-2022. We'll have to see what they bring in. Zanaco, of course, in the Champions League, well, not doing as expected. And this result after yesterday's game actually puts them second bottom.
It's really tough times for the sensational side domestically. Of course, that cannot be said about continental football. Remember, they managed to qualify from the preliminary round at the expense of the team from Equatorial Guinea. But speaking of this match with 20 minutes to go, should it end this way to be the very first time since 2017 that would have a 1-1 draw between Lusaka Dynamos and Butekon Football Club. Of course, we've had a scoreless draw. The first time these two sides met on April 22 in 2017. It was a round 3 game when it ended Lusaka Dynamos 0 and Butekon 0. But we also had a high-scoring draw, 2019-2020, with 13 that was played on December 1, 2019. Butekon 2, Lusaka Dynamos 2. No card issued so far from Newton Mwemba. I only hope he hasn't left them home. Big boot forward now.
Well, he's letting the game flow.
Oh, yeah. Like I always say, I rarely praise match officials. So if they get my thumbs up and kudos, it's certainly one of those good days. But good work at the back, I'll tell you, by Sevellini. It's really been the difference so far, even as Butekon have conceded that goal that came through from Colin Sikombe. Throw in from the Cameroonian Lineo Bongong. Of course, for the return pass which he gets, Lubinda Mundia falls. I think it was a bit of losing balance there. Picked up by Joseph Zimba, the orchestrator of the goal that has seen Butekon concede. Controlled nicely by Shitemwe. She finds Sikombe. Poor first touch, ball control by Sikombe. But it was a chance or opportunity that has gone begging as a result of that breakdown in terms of failing to control the ball well by Sikombe. So my debate for talking about Chambishi Football Club has brought some reactions, Brezani. And one of them is certainly talking about Isaac Chansa. Chansa also, Isaac, is from Chambishi Football Club originally. And in fact, as a supplication to that, the year that Chambishi, one of those years that Chambishi won promotion in terms of not of course now when they're coached by Barry Chikwanda, but in the recent past, one of the years when Chambishi won promotion, Beston Chambeshi was coach for Chambishi. So imagine you have Beston Chambeshi, who is Chambishi coach, 1995, 1996
I'll tell you, the only thing I remember about Chambeshi was the first ABSA Cup final where they played Zesco United. That game ended 0-0, and of course Zesco United won on penalties.
Yeah, and Ibano Siwale played, so the current Zesco United assistant coach.
Exactly.
Yeah, but also Chambishi has produced the likes of former internationals James Kachinga and Richard Kachinga. They both played for Red Arrows, Kachinga. James Kachinga and Richard Peary, I beg your pardon. Richard Peary, under 20, 2007. I see him lately, he's working for the Zambia Air Force as a soldier.
But the big question is, do you think it is a team that is now able to actually survive relegation?
I'll ask Elijah Barry Chikwanda when I meet him. Now, Sevellini. And of course, you tell me which one will survive, as usual. Fine gentleman. Mayenge brings in Joseph Joliba Zimba. Overlap again. It's about the runs that I love from Joseph Zimba. Defined age really, and still going on strong is the Lusaka Dynamo's 33-year-old left back across the field to Magenge. Switches to the left, finds good control from Ocean Moshure, but Placete Waleka Boleke again picking up every ball that is being whipped up into that area. Yet to see the contribution from Patrick Dudengoma is chasing shadows since his introduction.
Yeah, but there's one contribution that is actually visible now, and that is of Stephanus on the right side of Lusaka Dynamo's attack system.
Timothy Sakala, controlled by Mundia, who's having so many breakdowns. For me, a serious candidate to be substituted. He seemed to have run out of steam, and it's about energy levels now for Lubinda Mundia. Dudengoma, high boot from Ocean Moshe. The former Dynamo's man tracks back to do defensive duty up against Patrick Dude Ngoma. Oh, fancy hairstyle there, Mr. Dude.